Hey, beloved, what's going on? Happy Friday. Man, like, I look like I swallowed like two midgets. Can you say midgets or small people? My cheeks look super fat. But anyway, you're just gonna have to take my fat face and do with it what you will. But welcome. You know how I do a fun fact Friday about myself. Um, that I do on Fridays around this time. And a lot of you have graciously suggested and encouraged me to do it in video format or via a podcast, right? So I thought, hey, you know what? More than one person has told me that. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get out of my comfort zone and try something new. So this is why I'm making this Friday's video of Fun Fact Friday. So since you guys would want to encourage me to do it, I encourage you in turn to go and follow the YouTube page and subscribe and like so that you can see all my fun Friday story shenanigans. By the way, all my stories, as crazy as they sound, are true. And I've long ago accepted the fact that crazy is my ministry. I'm surrounded by crazy people. My life is crazy. I'm semi crazy. I don't know. Others were different, but whatever. Yeah. So I figured, hey, fuck it. Let me share with the world. You know, why not, right? So today's Fun Fact Friday about myself is about my dog Cavalli, right? Those of you that know me know that, excuse me, right before having Chase, I used to have a dog named Cavalli. He was Pomeranian Chihuahua mix. It's like this brown dog, like these big ass Chihuahua looking eyes, and it was like a cool dog. Like our personalities really mesh. You know how they say like sometimes how um like the dog take on the personality of their owner. I think it's true. In fact, some people even kind of look like their dogs a little bit, which is kind of weird. And no, I'm not throwing shade, but yeah, they do. So anyway, Cavalli was my baby before I had Chase. And those that don't know, Chase is my son, right? And so Cavalli was like my little road dog. Like he was almost like Chase actually. And like they um they were hyper. Cavalli was always on me. The only difference between him and Chase is the fact that Cavalli was a humper. Like he'd hump the shit out of anything. Like your leg. Like he used to like to like hump on this little rope and he'd just be like humping his little dog body away, you know what I mean? And then like his little thing would like poke out and shit. He was a humper, you know what I mean? That's what he did. He humped. But hey, shit, we all fall short, you know what I'm saying? We all have vices, and Cavalli's vice was that he was a fucking humpster and liked to hump things, right? So, but he was such a good dog. Like, outside of that, like, he was chill. Like, we got each other, we understood each other. So, I loved Cavalli, and other people might tell you that I loved him so much, but I gave him away. Nicola, shut up. I do love my dog. I gave him away because I was having a baby at the time, okay, a whole person, and I don't know. I felt like the responsibility of the dog and Chase, it was gonna be overwhelming, and it was a judgment call. It was like baby dog, baby dog. It was like, yeah. So Cavalli had to go. So anyway, so one day, one of my good friends, she sent me a couple treats from California. Now these treats, okay, um, they come, like I said, from California, and let's just say a lot of people partake in them, and that it's in legislation. So I'll just let you figure out what the treats were. But anyway, so she got me some treats and from California that she sent to me. So I had another friend who she liked treats, so she wanted to partake in the treats as well. So I was like, all right, I'll share some of my goodies, you know what I'm saying, with her. So she came over to my apartment and I gave her, you know, some of my treat. And I thought that I saw her put it in her purse. So Cavalli was home chilling. So we leave to go get lunch, right? So as we're coming back from lunch, she's like, "Yo, like, what's my treat?" I'm like, "I don't know. Like the last time I saw the treat, I was giving it to you, and I thought that you put it in your bag." And she was like, "No, like I can't find my treat." So like we're looking all over the place because it never dawns on me like, wait a minute, like Cavalli might have gotten into the treat somehow. So we're looking, still don't find the treats. Okay, so we pull up in the apartment. We go inside my apartment, and while she's still searching the house for the treat, like the living room, I take Cavalli to go for a walk. So I live on the third floor at the time, okay? So it's like these stairs. So I normally don't typically put a leash on Cavalli if he's just gonna run downstairs right quick to go do his business. So, like, he starts, walking ahead of me, and I'm kind of like behind him, and Cavalli takes like one step, and he like starts rolling down the fucking stairs like a fucking pinball, like a bowling ball or some shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So he falls like a couple steps all the way to the next the next little gravel thing before you hit the second set of stairs, right? So I'm thinking like, shit, that's fucked up, because I'm like, damn, you know, Cavalli, I'm thinking that nigga died, really. To be honest with you, that's what I thought. I thought, like, shit, he's a fucking goner, and that's fucked up. So I'm all in shock. So I, like, go down there, and I'm looking like, Cavalli, like, what's going on? Are you okay? And Cavalli's looking at me with these big-ass fucking chihuahua eyes and shit, like, dog, you're fucked up. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I see all this fucking judgment, okay, in your doggy eyes, but I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you and why you're just tumbling down the fucking stairs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just say it became a very stressful situation for me. Okay, so I'm sitting there like, okay, so then he like kind of gets up all wobbly and shit, like a champ, and he starts wobbling his ass the rest of the stairs, the rest of the way. So I'm thinking, okay, well, shit. I mean, Cavalli's a G. Like, he takes a ticking and keep on licking. So like that's what's up. So, and I know some of y'all are, being fucking judgmental right now. Like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, the dog fell down the stairs, and you should have took him to like the vet and checked on him. First of all, I checked on him, and he had a fucking pulse, and he was looking at me with his big ass fucking chihuahua eyes. Okay, so I knew that he was okay, and I'm not gonna sit there and spend all this money, okay, to go to a vet when like clearly he's all right. So we go down, we make it down the steps, and so, Cavalli goes to do his business, and typically he'll like raise one leg up and do his business. But this time, I don't know what the hell. It's like he gave up on life and shit, and he just plopped his ass down, like kind of like plopped like this on his butt, like he had a vagina, and he just started peeing. I'm like, shit. So I'm thinking, well, Cavalli might have a fucking concussion, okay, and maybe like it's like kind of like messing up his perception of things or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna Google like, the possible effects of that fall. Cause I'm just gonna run to the vet. I want to kind of get like a baseline to see how fucked up Cavalli really is before I determine if I'm gonna spend this ridiculous amount of money, for Cavalli, right? So we make it, up the stairs, back up the stairs and shit. I'm still trying to, figure out like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with Cavalli? Because I don't know. I'm thinking like he has a concussion or whatever, right? So we get inside the house, and then like I get it and I see the wrapper of the treat. And I'm like, then it clicks, and I'm like, holy shit. Like Cavalli ate the entire treat. Okay? So I'm sitting there like, fuck, Cavalli's about to fucking die. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking like, okay, like not only does the tree has chocolate, plus the other goodie on top of it. I'm like, Cavalli's fucked. But remember in my last Fun Fact Friday, how I was talking about having faith in the man upstairs, right? So my faith at that time, because, you know, even though I was dibbling and dabbling, you know what I mean, here and there, um, I still had a lot of faith and I was deep, heavy in the church, you know what I'm saying? Doing my church thing. Um, and so, like, I'm thinking, like, God, show me who you are, okay? If you don't kill Cavalli because he done ate this shit and it's gonna fuck his ass up, then I know that, which I've been knowing that. I'm not trying to test God because, of course, God is God. Like, who the fuck am I? But what I'm saying is, I was like, God, reveal yourself to me and let Cavalli live, okay? So I figured, oh my God, like I put one, I put one and one together, and I was like, shit, Cavalli ate this freaking brownie. So I tell my friend, I'm like, did you leave the brownie on the coffee table where the dog can get it and eat it? And my friend, being the ever so loving friend that she is, instead of being concerned about the fact that Cavalli might be fucking dead in a couple minutes, she's like, that fucking dog ate my fucking treats. And I'm looking like, yeah, you're the one that put the damn brownie on the table where the dog could actually get the brownie, but yet you're more worried about your treat than you are my dog. So I was kind of annoyed by that. Actually, I was a lot annoyed by that, but I was like, okay, that's another topic. We'll deal with that later, right? So, um, she ends up leaving, right? So after she leaves, I noticed that like Cavalli's big ass chihuahua eyes are like this fucking big. It's like this big, right? And then it's like his pupils are like severely dilated, and he's just like looking at me now with the like, damn, you're fucked up eyes. Like he's looking like, that's fucked up. Like, why did you do this? And then he's just sitting there rocking back and forth and shit, just rocking back and forth with his big ass eyes like this, looking like you fucked me, right? And I'm looking like, fuck. I'm like, Cavalli is fucked up. So then, on top of, looking at him with them big ass eyes and rocking back and forth like he's in a fucking asylum, right? This motherfucker, like, if I even, like, go by him and be like, you want something to eat? He's on like he got fucking doggy PTSD. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm thinking, like, okay, I mean, if I take him to the vet, okay, I'm like, and then they like do whatever they do, like a blood test or whatever, and then it comes up that there's some special shit in his system. I'm like, I don't know what can happen. And don't get me wrong, my faith is strong and shit, but I saw what the fuck they did to Michael Vick. And I was like, that ain't my fucking ministry. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking Google this shit, because I know that my dog could not be the only fucking dog that I ate a fucking treat. So I Googled that shit, and like surprisingly enough, in Google, like a lot of these white folks were saying like they dog done ate some shit. It was like, oh, he'll be all right. Just evaluate him, make sure he has plenty of water to drink, and he's gonna be okay. Like it's no big deal. So I'm like, well, shit, they would know, right? So like I put a bowl of water in front of him, and I would try to like pet him, but he was so fucking paranoid and shit with his PTSD shit while he's sitting there he's sitting there rocking back and forth. And I was like, all right, well, let me not make like no sudden movement, right? But the whole time, like even in the fucking dark, I could feel Cavalli's big ass fucking eyes judging me like, you're a fucked up owner. And I'm like, Cavalli, like, I'm sorry. Like life comes at you fucking fast, even if you're a dog. So it's not my fault. Like, wasn't my intention. I mean, you just that shit's gonna make you stronger. That's what I'm trying to tell Cavalli. Like, I'm trying to really talk to him, because I ain't gonna lie, on the inside I was fucked up. Like, I was having weird thoughts. I was like, damn, like, what if Cavalli like snaps out this fucking zombie trance shit that he's in and fucking turns into like a fucking small Kunjo on my ass and try to eat my face and shit? Because at this point, he was reacting so bad to the treat that I was like, fuck, you know, it could go, what if he goes from like that lethargic state to like fucking psychotic homicidal phase? But luckily enough, he didn't. And so Cavalli stayed high as fuck for like 3 days where he didn't eat anything and he just kept fucking rocking back and forth and his fucking pupils just stayed big and fucking dilated and shit, right? And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But on the fourth day, I'm gonna tell y'all about the fourth day. On the fourth day, that motherfucker rose like Lazarus, okay? And his eyes wasn't all big and fucking judgmental anymore. And he was just like all fucking excited and forgiving and shit. And I was like, damn, that's why they call dogs, you know, our best friend. Because no matter how much fucked up shit that you do or let happen to them, they still like really fucking love you. And they're like, you know what, that was like 3 days ago. So I say this to say that we need to be like Cavalli and shit. When fucked up shit happen, you just, when you snap out that shit, right, you gotta be like, and be all happy that now you're back to normal, and forgive those who might have fucked you over, you know, accidentally not knowing, you know. So that was Cavalli, and I miss Cavalli, but he's in a great home. I seen him a couple months ago, maybe like 6, 7 months ago, and Cavalli's still a G, man. I love that dog. So that's my Fun Friday for this Friday. Tune in next week at the same time for another Fun Fact Friday about yours truly. Peace.